Hey people, it is Tuesday, September the 14th, and the time is 6:15 in the morning. And I'm just in the elevator of my building, and I'm heading down to take a early morning walk around downtown. I think it's possibly raining out right now, so I do have my umbrella. Around 17 degrees. I guess it's not raining at the moment. There is rain coming though, and possible thunderstorms later in the day, and it will also be a very muggy day with the humidity returning. And it had been a while since I've done one of these early morning walks, which tend to be on the shorter side. This time I thought I'd do a bit of a longer one. So we'll see how far we get and where we end up. It does feel pleasantly cool right now to be walking in my t-shirt. I enjoy the crisp morning air, even though this is still rather warm for this time of morning. So we'll probably get to see the sunrise during this walk. Although with all this overcast clouds, it probably won't be too much to see. In terms of neat colors, I think it's completely overcast right now. There's a look down Gerrard Street. And this is Allan Gardens. We'll just cut through the park. Nary a person in sight here, other than in some tents scattered around the park. And I believe the Allan Gardens Arboretum is open to the public again. For you plant lovers out there. It's free also. And there's the 506 Carlton streetcar. That route does run 24 hours, as do a number of others. And I can hear crickets. And I see some human beings in the dog park. Guess they're taking their doggies out for an early morning run around. So now we're heading west on Carlton Street. There's a look down Jarvis Street, which has been a construction zone for the last couple of months, it seems like. So I've been neglecting to do any walks along Jarvis until that mess is sorted out. And there's the old Maple Leaf Gardens, which is lit up quite nicely. Of course, now it's a very large and fancy Loblaws store. That's where I buy my yogurt and my Delicio veggie pizzas. And my ice cream sandwiches. Here we are at Church Street. See the top of the Aura condo poking up here. I think it's been at least over 2 years since I last walked down this part of Carlton Street this early in the morning. I remember I did an early morning walk in the summer of 2019 that went down this way. Only once I got to Yonge Street, I headed north up to Bloor. This time I'll be heading south, I believe. At least that's the sort of plan. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure where I'll end up. And there's the Carlton cinemas, which are still closed. I heard there's a plan for a reopening in the not too distant future. Hopefully that happens sooner rather than later. And I always thought this was a cool shot of the aura. Certainly a lot of litter around this part of downtown here. I think those rolling vacuum cleaner guys need to come around on their four-wheeled sucking machines. You might have seen those in some of my other videos. They drive around on a small four-wheeled vehicle that has a large suction tube, like a giant vacuum cleaner, sucking up refuse along the way. And here's Yonge Street. So I think what I'll do is I will kind of just loop around here up to Bay Street, maybe through College Park, and then back down to Yonge Street. So now we're on College Street. It changed names, of course, after crossing Yonge. I don't know why I have to point that out in every walk I do, but I tend to do that. Looks like Fran's is open. It's never too early to get your burgers and fries and milkshakes. And I suppose they have some breakfast offerings. I've never been there for breakfast, so I don't really know what they serve, but it's probably pancakes and things like that. Hash browns. Scrambled eggs. I'm just guessing. And here's the Toronto Police Headquarters. This is the site of many a protest in front of this building. Whoops. Just dropped the case for my Osmo Pocket. It was in my pocket. It just sort of popped out of my pocket.
These ones are
and here we have Bay Street.
maybe 6 months old now. And the soles still feel
So I think I see some signs of sunlight. The sky is lightened up a shade or two. Heading south on Bay Street just for a moment, and then I'm going to cut through College Park. Even the pigeons are still sleeping. Look at them. They're like, it's too early to move around or do anything. And there's another look at the aura. Not too many lights are on in that building yet, because most people with any sense in their head are still asleep in their beds. Unlike me. And here's the skating oval, at least in the wintertime. And I suppose now it could be used as a rollerblading or roller skating oval. Although I never really see people doing that. In the winter, it's certainly busy enough with ice skaters. Maybe the summer skaters have not really discovered this little track here. Alright, so we'll just head through here to Gerrard Street and then make our way back to Yonge. Straight ahead is the Delta Chelsea. That's the biggest hotel downtown in terms of rooms. I think it has something like 1,600 rooms, or don't quote me on that, but over 1,000. I think over 1,500. And there is a proposal to replace this building with a number of new towers and a smaller hotel. sure why they'd want to reduce the number of rooms, but that seems to be the case lately with a lot of these redevelopments of hotel sites. And the sky is definitely starting to brighten up. Here you can see the new development proposal. I think that one is just for this corner building, which is currently this former Elephant and Castle, which is now a weed store, I believe. But there is a proposal also for the hotel site, which has more towers. There's a 74-story building proposed for this corner. Oh, there we go. There's one of those rolling vacuum cleaners. That's right, get that litter. Go up to Yonge and Carlton. Yonge and Carlton. I think he's actually going to make his way up there. So that's cool. So next time, if I were to walk by that area again in an hour or so, it would probably be free of litter. So now we're heading south on Yonge Street. And it is very, or let's say it like Elmer Fudd. It is very, very quiet. Walking right down the middle of the street here. Why? Because I can. Let's keep an eye out for oncoming traffic. Those pigeons should go find their friends over in College Park and have a nap. Let's check out the middle of the street again. Looks like they've finally reopened the steps here at the Ryerson Student Learning Center. They were all blocked off for some work for the last while. They become sort of a gathering ground for people, just to sit and people watch. And I think Toronto needs more of that kind of thing downtown. Coming up to Yonge and Dundas, and there's Jagmeet Singh's tour bus. It's probably in there right now. He is scheduled to be in Toronto today, and I believe in Windsor as well. He's going to be gallivanting across southern Ontario. And here we are at Yonge and Dundas. Things are certainly a lot brighter here, but not so much because of the sunrise, more just because of the insane glare from all of these gigantic electronic screens. And there's people about, but it's definitely still waking up around here. Yonge and Dundas has almost returned to its regular state of activity. I think all that's missing now are some of the tourist crowds. Canada is now open to tourism again, but the numbers obviously are not what they would normally be. Plus, tourist season has mostly ended anyway. So now we're walking west along Dundas. That's the atrium on Bay across the street. And on this side is the Eaton Centre. It's too bad it's all overcast. It would have been nice to see the neat shades of sunrise colors in the sky. Here we are at Bay and Dundas. Just to the west is the Little Tokyo neighborhood. But we're going to head south now.
Covering when loading the TTC.
Heading for the financial district. And traffic's picking up a bit. I'm sure on the Gardner Expressway right now it's probably pretty packed in sections with incoming traffic. And we're just passing New City Hall and approaching Old City Hall. Can't really see too much of New City Hall from this angle. But there's the backside of one of the towers. And you can see the Toronto sign poking through there. And there you can see the Toronto sign. And there's a slightly better angle of City Hall. Here's Bay Street. At least the part of Bay Street running through the financial district. And this is Queen Street we're just crossing now. was hot steam coming out of that manhole. And the construction workers are already at it. I think they start at around 6 a.m., which kind of sucks for anyone living beside a major construction site. Here's Adelaide Street. So I think I'm going to make my way back over to Yonge Street. There's the St. Regis Hotel. It's fairly busy already for this time of morning. It's formerly the Trump Tower. And here's the Forbidden Bay Adelaide Centre, which must never be recorded, according to a security guard that I encountered, I think last Christmas. And there's another one of those vacuum suckers. Maybe it's the same one. If it is, I hope he went up to Yonge and Carlton. And here we are at Yonge Street. Once again, only now we're heading north. And things have brightened up considerably now, even without the help of all the Yonge and Dundas video screens. You can hear a subway train heading down line 1 towards Union, I would guess, on this side of the street. I think the trains start running at 5 a.m. around that time. See a number of people inside the Tim Hortons here. Everyone's getting their morning coffee fix. That's a common sight walking around this time of morning. Every other person is holding a Tim Hortons cup. And we're coming up on Queen Street. So I'm going to start wrapping up the video here. So hope you enjoyed the walk. Before sunrise walk around downtown. Starting from the elevator of my building. And then looping through Allan Gardens along Carlton and College Street. Bay Street, College Park. And then parts of Yonge Street. And then Bay Street again. And Yonge Street again. So leave a comment below, and like and share and subscribe if you haven't already. And make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal and via my new merch store. And you can also find me on Instagram under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and be sure to keep checking back because, as always, I will continue. And I will continue to jaywalk right here. Why not? And I will continue to walk in the middle of the street.